Good morning out there, everybody. How are we doing today? Theo, good morning. Howdy. I see that you put your Iggy at G6 and is available as a guild ally. I will use him at the end of Brickspedition today, along with the rest of the city team, to see how it works if we just slam grit onto the city team with the fire station set, to see if we can get all of those stacks of courage that we have so been waiting for. Good morning, everyone. How is it today? How are you doing? It is rainy here in New York, but I have made a couple of adjustments to the setup of my little streaming platform here. For one thing, I have tried putting some poster board up in the window near me to see if we can help control some of the light in here to help prevent some of that flickering that's happening. So if it looks a little better to you throughout the course of the stream, please let me know that it's working. It is harder for me to actually check my camera and keep going back and forth than it might be for you guys to notice and comment on it. Number two, I bought a 100-foot Ethernet cable so that I could connect my computer to the modem that is all the way in the living room on the other side of my apartment. So hopefully we will have fixed a little bit of the lighting issue. Hopefully we will have fixed a little bit of the internet problems that we've been having over the past week. And I ordered a new webcam. It has not yet arrived, but it should be getting here in the next few days. Hopefully by next week, I will have that set up so that we can do a little bit of testing there and see what everybody thinks. But for today, we're back in Pip Town. Yannick letting me know that you completed the Ray event earlier this day. So does that mean that you now have Ray and Peter at 3 stars? I'm assuming that if you completed Ray, you probably completed Peter as well, yeah? Let's go ahead and go in, start grabbing all of our quests that we completed. Now, those of you who watch regularly know that I get up kind of early. And because my energy is full in the morning, I always do one set of energy usage before my stream, just because if your energy is maxed out and you're not using it, then it's a wasted opportunity. So that's what that is there for. Okay, 500 XP level up scrolls for the Vankman character. Fine, great. Let's come into our campaign here. So this morning I already did Pip Town for Jester Gogo. I'm now going to come in here and do my glyph hunt for Master Barnabas. Let's see, we start with 1 tile. Excellent. Ooh, another 2 tiles. Well, 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 thank you very much. Good RNG today. Let's come into the monolith waste over here and come and grab our guarded in tiles. Ooh, none. Boo, none. Come on. 5. Nice haul. 3-star Ray because of the money bag event. Peter's 3-star 2 also completed. Yes, Yannick. If we take a look at my Ghostbusters here for just a second. My Ray still needs 20 more tiles. I have been unable to get all of the Ray tiles necessary through all the timed events. But I have gotten my Winston up. He's 10 out of 50 going toward 4 stars. He is level 47, gear level 6. I have all of his abilities maxed except for the tools and the talent, which require him to be at level 50. I have been using him to test out the courage mechanic with the fire station set. So we're going to be continuing to do that today, especially as we get to the end of Brickspedition, where we are going to be using Theo's Iggy as well. This should be... I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing how much of a difference it all makes. Okay, let's go into the shop. We'll take care of all of our sort of chores for the day, right? Open a bag, open a daily goodie bag, go into the general store, buy our 3 items or more if we want them. Let's see, we get another tile for the cactus girl. Yeah, Yannick, I have to say, through the very small amount of testing that I have done so far, Winston, even at 3 stars, is pretty tanky. I've been testing him in the actual free training in the challenges, which is admittedly a bad way to test, really, because free training is the same 5 characters that are all relatively easy to beat. So, But my hope is that in the future, they give us a better free training mode where we can edit the levels of the enemies and maybe which enemies we're fighting against. I think that would be a great addition to the game. I think if we could go in there and do that, practice fighting against the ninjas more than just, you know, board 7 at the end of a week of Brickspedition, I think it would be nice. Try out different teams. Theo asks, am I going to ignore Egon? Yes. At this point, for me, the only reason for me to get Egon is if I also wanted to get Slimer, which I can't do unless I get all of my Ghostbusters to 5 stars, which I'm definitely not going to do. Even if I get Egon by accident, I'm still not getting all the Ghostbusters to 5 stars. So what that would leave me with is a Ghostbusters team that is all at, say, 3 stars, that is still not particularly usable to me anywhere. So instead of also farming Egon, I'm just hammering away. I'm throwing all of my assets into Winston just to focus on him as another tank and for his courage generation to see how that works. Tio, you're quitting Discord. Why, sir? Why are you quitting Discord? Okay, let's see. We come in, we grab our 2 offered up challenges for the day. Ah, I do have a new tank now, don't I? I think I can replace Barnabas for you, good sir. Now I've got 2 role models. Huh. Which set to use here? See if this works. I have no more castle heroes, so let's see. The Garmadon still might actually work despite not having castle heroes. If I switch over to my fire station set, courage is only going to be purposely generated on one of my team members here. I do have 2 role models. Oh, Tio, your mom is making you quit Discord? How come? Let's see. What are my other options here? The lighthouse, which at the end of a role model's turn, they have a chance to heal. Okay, I do have 2 role models on the team. Whenever a city hero deals damage, they have a chance to clear a random debuff from themselves. And I have 2 of those. Man, it seems like all of my sets are kind of, sort of not great-ish. So let's go with... I'm actually going to go with the fire station. Let's give this a shot, see if we can do it. I'm only going to really pour 1 opportunity into this because the rewards that it gives compared to the previous level are less than important to me right now. The only reason why this would be important to me is to actually try and get the extra tiles for Magisto because of the achievements that you get for completing these things. So let's go ahead and start out here. I'm going to throw a heal out, keep everybody nice and high. We have to focus down Explorer Aurora first. There are no options. Our problem before was that we were running into an issue with our damage not being high enough. So let's actually get a few tanks up here. Aha! Winston grabbed 2 courage. Nice. Okay, and the extra taunt, it looks like, is going to be necessary here. I am going to, let's see, I'm actually going to do a regular attack. And then, yeah, use Sal's bonus there. Okay, lots of damage coming down the pike on the Winstonator. Let's go ahead and, let's see, he is probably about to take a big hit. 50% chance it's going to be him or Sal. If it's him, he'll die. But let's see if we get lucky. We do get lucky there. I'm going to go ahead and put the heal out from Poppy now. Gonna keep on just trying to slam down on Explorer Aurora as much as we can. She's probably got a heal coming, I would imagine. There it is. Okay, so Explorer Aurora is back up to full. Boo. Let's go ahead and remove a debuff, get some hots on Construction Worker Sal. Alright, we're going to let the taunts go for a second so that I can give a little heal out to everybody, put damage up on everyone. Let's see if we can just get a full round of everybody dealing damage to Explorer Aurora. I don't see any other way that this happens. Ooh, Construction Worker Sal going down to Funky Town. Boo. So that means we have to wait until we get all the way back to our Piptown Popster. I want to save the hiker's heal for... Oh, that was a mistake. And we get no reses. Alright, the damage on this team is still a bit too low to actually get through Explorer Aurora's heal combined with everybody else. So, we're going to go ahead and leave this one, otherwise we'd be here all day, and that's really unexciting. Yes, Theo, I'm glad there are no tanks in that level too. It would make it practically impossible. Alright, so we're going to stick at level 50, gear level 5. We're going to get all of the binoculars, which I already have too many of anyway. Then... let's see. Let's do an arena battle for the morning. This first one here looks pretty doable, actually. So let's go ahead and fight this person in rank 26. I think we're going to start with Master Barnabas, because he is going to taunt faster than we would be able to access any of the other characters. Now on this team, because there are very few pirates, I'm actually going to try to get rid of Magisto first, if I possibly can. So, let's go ahead and put Dizzy on Barnabas, just to prevent him from getting counters for this entire first turn. Okay, great. We'll spread a debuff around the rest of the team, unless we miss. Now I'm actually going to... Now I'm going to stun him. Because I get the guaranteed stun because of the sheer number of buffs that he had. Let's see. Let's give everybody attack up. Alright, looks like we're going to run into a problem here, because he's still going to have taunt. But now, he also has the counter. Aha! No good. He's down anyway. Let's see if we can take out Magisto before he gets to do anything super massive. We can put the taunt on our Valiant. That means that he's going to be perfectly placed to accept the special that is about to come from their Redbeard. Now, as long as their Magisto has counter... Alright, so because their Magisto has counter, and that will refill his health, and I don't have Dizzy or Stun on him, I'm just going to switch over to their Redbeard and try to take him out. Gonzo, the way we like it. So I'm actually going to avoid the Magisto counter for the time being. He does a bunch of damage to everybody. Hiker's gonna heal. We know this. Magisto. Oh no, wrong character. Oh well. But now that he's so low, we can take him out and auto battle the rest of this arena. Sweet, 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 sweet. Now, Tio, why did your mom make you quit Discord, man? Okay. That arena battle is done. I believe that we are in Brickspedition mode now. Yes, okay. We've got one arena battle left to do for all of our quests for today. Checking out the timed quests. We have 5 tiles for Egon that are available, along with a lot of mashup coins here, if we are willing to spend extra energy in the Monolith Waste missions, which I am. So I am going to refill my energy twice here for the Monolith Waste. I'm going to stop at 100 gems. I think that's a bit much. But we're going to come back in here to the Monolith Waste really quickly. All right, I've done this one. I've done this one. Now, coming into here, we got to get our Headley tiles. Sweet. All right. And then we're going to come over and grab LeQuay. I'm still maxing out LeQuay. He's at this point, he's so close to 7 stars that I might as well. And it'll help me on that Peg Legs treasure event, which I can now beat, but I can't gold star it yet. Or at least I haven't been able to so far. We'll use our remaining energy on these hiker nodes, since you guys see me use the hiker in the Brickspedition every day. The fact that I don't have him at 7 stars yet is kind of an atrocity, really. So we're gonna put some energy into that one. Okay, that gives me another Waste Hunter. Now I have basically 25 hours to finish this up. Will I be able to do it? That is the question. Probably not. That is okay. If anybody from Gameloft is out there watching, let's check this out. We had a total of 3 days with the Waste Hunter timed event. That means that we would have to spend 600 energy on average per day before the Waste Hunter event runs out in order to hit this 1800, right? This 1800 is the highest level in order to get all the rewards. Now, as somebody who spends at least 100 gems a day in the Monolith, we run into a problem, which is that these events only change at 11 a.m. Well, New York time, this will update at about 11 a.m., which means if I log on at 9, right, and I use all of my Monolith energy, and then I use all of my refreshes, and then after that, the Waste Hunter timed event begins, it means I've actually missed 1 whole day of the timed event because I've already paid for refreshes of that energy before the timed event began. See what I'm getting at? So in actuality, they give you 2 days in order to get all of this, to spend 1800 energy. Now, I woke up today, I spent 100 extra gems and the full mashup energy, and from yesterday, I'm still only at 561. So it seems to me like the amount of time that they give you for this timed event is probably like a full day too low. But we'll see. We will see how close we can actually get before it all ends. All right, let's hop over into the Brickspedition and see what we have today. Oh, check this out right at the beginning. Fire station tiles, loving it. Then we can come up top or down below to another fire station. Requires explorers. You guys know I got explorers. Through the middle, and then, oh my goodness, all right. Firefighter ash tiles across the top. No requirements. All the teams are pretty low until we get to this first team, which, holy tanks, Batman. But we will demolish them anyway, coming through to our last couple of nodes before our collectibles. Oh, no. Well, why am I knowing this? Because there's nobody on these teams that provides debuffs. So I'm going to be trying the Iggy today, Theo. But I think we're going to get a lousy representation of it because there's very few debuffs that actually come out from any of the people on this team that we're going to be fighting against. But still, we'll see how it works. All right, let's get into this. We're going to be able to auto battle several of these. So, cool. We start with 12 guild allies. We are going to start using them all right from the beginning, with the exception of Senor Iggy. If he comes up, we'll make sure to skip him. All right, we'll put it on auto battle, but we will target the people that are the most dangerous to us to begin with. Everybody on this team just does a lot of damage, but I'm going to start with Kai because his damage is extreme. But it doesn't really matter because everybody dies in one hit anyway. Bam-bam-air. All right. Next bricks. Our first go at a fire station tile. Oh man, I'm so excited. They're finally starting to give me these fire station tiles. Yes. I think I'll need 8 more after today before I can get that thing to 4 stars. Okay. So who do we start with here? We're going to start with Willa and see if we can take her down before it all goes south. We can. I mean, this isn't really going to go south. My whole team is totally overpowered for this. Brilliant. Now, interestingly enough, I just saw that Lucy crit that we just got from Redbeard against Verda was only a 5,000 point crit. That's actually relatively low. Does Verda have high defense? I don't know. Huh. Alright, now Barnabas in for the guild allies. Bum, bow, bow, bow. Mouth trumpets, always winning. Okay, now here they have a whole bunch of tanks basically protecting their highwayman. Everything here is still just a very low level. We get our buddy Barnabas to taunt, which is brilliant, because it means that even though we're only going to get a very small amount of damage on this round, that it will still go to somebody that is going bye-bye after this anyway. So, great. Okay. Moving along to, I believe it should be our next fire station node. All explorers required for this one. We'll grab a Spaceman Reed friend and see what we're after here. Okay. Oh, look, a little Garmy-Garm. 4-arm Garmy-Garm. Okay. So we're going to have to take out Scarlet first because she's in my way. You're in my way, Scarlet. And then Headley does his little taunty taunt. Okay, Garmadon with the AoE damage and his heal. Not enough to keep him alive for any particular length of time. And we're out. Okay, that should give us another fire station tile. Look at that, only 8 to go before we're at 4 stars, before we can unlock the 4th ability of the fire station, something that we've been looking forward to for a while now, because then we get to start seeing what happens if characters die, but then are rezzed by the Popinator. Am I starting to see any Garmadon in the arena yet? No. I know a lot of people are having some great success with him at 2 stars. I actually haven't seen him in the arena at all. I haven't even, not only have I not played against him, I haven't actually even seen a team that has him. I tend to fluctuate depending on the day, because some days I get pushed back all the way to like number 100, to be honest with you. So my arena viewability tends to fluctuate between about 20 and 50 on average. And within those 30 or so people, I haven't seen a single Garmadon. Now, that might be because if Garmadon is so good that putting him on your team gets him way above. So I'll tell you what, after the Brickspedition, let's go take a look at the arena shard that I'm in and see if there are any Garmadons above me, actually, that I just don't have access to. All right, another battle now for Firefighter Ash Tiles. And we're coming in fighting against some relatively weak boys. But we do have Primo. I cannot wait for when they finally put Primo back into this game. Okay, the chicken takes a hit. Hiker heals. Great, we knew it was happening. Primo taunts. We knew it was happening. Taking down Primo. Great, we get a businessman out before Headley can taunt. Throwing the AoE damage cannon around, and Cook Bart finishes it out for us. Moving right along, we grab another Firefighter Ash Tile here. 135 out of 100. That means, let's see, after the upgrade, I'll have 35 left out of 150, so I need 115 Ash Tiles in total. That's actually not that many anymore, especially when you consider that I can get Firefighter Ash in both the Arena Store and in Brickspedition from time to time, and there is the event that comes around where I believe she's an opportunity, right? Okay, so here, there's going to be some damage coming out from this team. The question is, can I get DigiJ down before anybody else does anything super fancy? And it looks like the answer is no. But that's all right. Princess Storm is going to go down, and then the crash test dummy will give his taunt. Now DigiJ goes down. We'll take out Explorer Aurora next. Ooh, that's not Explorer Aurora. That is Firefighter Ash. And move along to our next Firefighter Ash tile node. Alrighty. Okay. Firefighter Ash, here we go. Level 50, gear level 6. Now this is the first level where I'm actually going to be a little bit more careful about which guild ally I pick. What I want to do, I think, is just nuke Scarlet from the beginning. So, I am going to grab the Highwayman. I am not going to use his stealth ability, because I don't want to pass up the extra turn of damage right at the beginning. Plus, because he's one of our buddies, I want him to be available to actually soak some of the damage from the team, especially the counters that are probably going to come in from their Redbeard here and there. Just like that. Now, I'm actually not going to heal yet, even though I probably should. I just want to get as much damage out as I can. There we go. Brilliant. Now, I know that Dragon Master Barnabas is going to taunt if he can. And if he can't, then Valiant will taunt. So, I'm actually just going to pour some damage into him then. Okay, here we go. All the taunting is up. I am, while I have the opportunity, going to attack Barnabas. I know he's going to counter, but I'm less concerned about it than I am about Redbeard's counter, which might happen if I attack Valiant. I will, however, stop the counter with this Dizzy, which I missed on everybody except the person I really needed to use it on. Boo. Okay. Aha. So, I am here going to use Salty Seas to remove all of these crazy debuffs from everyone. Excellent. Let's take down Valiant as fast as we can. Get out here, Valiant Man. And now, let's see if we can get Redbeard down before he does his ultimate. Yep, let's just take the risk out of it. Make sure that we can get him down, unless this misses. Whew, which it does a lot. I'm glad it didn't that time. Oh no, we're locked out of all of the abilities. Now, ooh, okay, this is perfect. So check this out. I'm going to use his stealth because I believe the hiker has his heal ready to go next. So instead of ending Cookbart on that turn, I took an opportunity to get the heal inside of the level. That'll prevent me from having to use my med kits. Amazing. If the character tile rewards in bricks got rotated, who would you like to see added? Well, Theo, the answer to that question is so many different tiles that it's kind of hard to start anywhere. Because I think if they were going to rotate the tiles, that they should really rotate the tiles. Which would mean all of the heroes should be coming in and out of the Brickspedition. The only problem with that is that if it was a total roulette, then it would be almost meaningless. Because getting 1 or 2 extra tiles per day for just a random smattering of characters will kind of get you nowhere over time, if that makes sense. Because you need thousands and thousands and thousands of tiles in order to level up all of your characters. So if there was a full rotation on the tiles, you'd need thousands and thousands and thousands of days of gameplay in order for it to actually amount to anything. And that's clearly too much, right? Counting on it taking 3 years to get a character up to 7 stars, I think that even the Game Loft people would acknowledge that that's too much. I think it would be more interesting if the Brickspedition were set up in a different way so that board number 1 would give you more easily farmable characters and more sort of beginner level characters, if that makes sense. So you'd find hiker tiles, for example, on board number 1. And then on board number 7, where the enemies are harder and the rewards should be greater, they would give you tiles for the harder to reach characters in general, right? Maybe even master tiles in the 7th board of Brickspedition if they're willing to make it that hard. Maybe Woo and Slimer and people like that should actually be appearing on the 7th board. That would give you more incentive to actually play them, and it would give you more reason to actually really buff up your squad in order to get into that 7th board. So that's an idea. Another idea would be to actually just sort of theme the Brickspedition in general. It's kind of dangerous though, because if you theme it on a theme that no one needs or no one has, then you lock people out. So while it might be kind of nice if they did like, it's hiker week and there's hiker tiles on every node, or like every other node in Brickspedition, might be great, except for the people who already had hiker. So then what do? Do they just totally skip it for the week? Not necessarily, actually, because they get all the master shards plus a lot of the Brickspedition currency, which could be majorly useful if they change up what's available in the Brickspedition store. So, I know you asked a very simple question and I gave you a very complicated answer, but I think that the way Brickspedition works needs so many changes and fixes that I think that it's kind of hard to just answer one question about what we wish could be added, because in reality it just needs to be completely revamped. Okay, second to last node on Brickspedition map number 2. Look at our options here. We can either fight this bottom team of the 4 most standard pirates on an arena team plus Woo, which is a dastardly team, or come up here to the top where they have effectively no tanks. I know that technically Locust is a tank, but he doesn't taunt unless you make him taunt. So we're gonna come up here to the top. And for our guild ally here, we are going to use yet another highwayman to get us through this. And then we're coming to the last one. We're going to switch out for our city team with the fire station and Theo's Iggy Buddy. Okay, so we know that the Highwayman is going to stealth right off the bat before we can get to him. So we're going to try to hammer away at Redbeard, but he starts with a dodge. Ooh, and then we get a counter for Locust, which is another dodge. All right, I'm going to use the Hiker's Heal here right off the bat. Great. That will prevent us from getting their Redbeard into Hiker Heal range. And we can take him out before he even gets a turn. They use their Highwayman to smash us. Now we're going to go after their Locust. Ooh, we get him down a little bit too low, actually. Beyond the threshold of the Hiker's Heal, so the Hiker does heal. Can we get him out, though? We can. Brilliant. Before any other heals come our way. Now, let's lock the Hiker out if we can, but we can't. Let's take their Highwayman out now that he's out of stealth. Hiker comes in with a turn for us. Can we get the assist? Come on, get the assist. No, another dodge. Oh my gosh, guys, dodge. Just always killing us at every single turn. You can't escape. You cannot escape the immense power that is the computer's dodge ability. Everybody, grasp the hand of your dodgeability and just be ready, because it's going to hurt every single time. My goodness, when are they going to fix the dodge mechanic? Everybody says they've already done it, but I submit to you that they have not. That they may have lessened it, but until it is completely gone, it will not have been lessened enough. If they need to, in order to account for that, increase the health, decrease the damage, whatever. But a character dodging is just so terrible. All right. Let's come in here to this team. Now. Now, I know what I'm going to be doing here for the guild ally, right? We know that we're going to be finding this Iggy Pop. Where's the Igster? Bring me your Igster. Man. Okay, I've got so many to go through. Here we go. Level 50, gear level 6, Iggy on the team. Now the question is, do I swap out for Winston? That's the big question. Do I lose the chef to gain the Winston and just go straight up with the role model team, knowing that now the heals are a bit low, right? Because now we only have Poppy. Theo, you do not need to apologize, my man. Everybody else's Iggy is definitely going to be lower, but this will allow us to do a little bit of testing and see if it works. All right, well, I'm going to try it with this team first. I think that we have enough tankiness on this team that we might not actually need the extra heals from the chef. So let's see what happens, and if everybody can get enough stacks of courage, then it might not matter, as everybody's defense will be pretty high. Either way, we know that the first thing that we need to do is take out the demolition dummy, because he is going to taunt anyway, and then probably explode, and then deal a lot of damage to everyone. So, let's get a taunt up on Winston. We do not get the extra stacks of courage. Bummer. We are going to put grit up 2 on everyone else, and then, because we already have the grit up on everyone else, we will do this assist attack. We get an assist from Poppy, which is already weak enough, and then she dodges anyway, which is a bummer. Now, we're going to split the taunts here. Which is to say, we're going to taunt with 2 people at once to try and split the damage around a little bit. Now, Ash is going to get countered against. We do as much damage as we can to the crash test dum-dum, but it is not enough to bring him down. Winston grabbing a stack of courage. Let's go ahead and put Dizzy on everybody. This will go ahead and prevent the crash test dummy from countering, except that he resisted it. Alright, so now we're going to add courage onto Iggy or add grit onto Iggy because he's the only person who doesn't have it. We'll go ahead and toss out the heal here because we just want to prevent Firefighter Ash from dying due to this explosion right here. Great, great, and great. Now, 5 stacks of courage on Firefighter Ash already. That's good news. Let's grab some heal over time, and yes, we get the 2 stacks of courage back. Excellent. Man, look at how low the damage is on this team. I've been going around and around and around. We still don't even have the crash test dummy down. Man. Okay. We definitely gotta throw out some heals. Can we get the crash test dummy out? Oh, we didn't even get him below. Okay, come on. Get me at least 1 hit on the crash test dummy, please. Oh no, but I need to use this. And, okay, great. We're going to get an attack in from the minor clay beforehand. Fantastic. Now let's see if we can come in and grab the chicken. I do not want to taunt while Sal does not have Hardy up. So it looks like we we are going to need to resurrect him. Let's hope that we get a lucky pop star in here somewhere. Okay. 5,000 points. Dodge! No, please don't dodge. I'm doing this extra just in case. Can we bring Sal back to life? We cannot. That means we're going to have to go around again before we can get to that. Now, I'm taking out the hiker next. There's too many heals, and the damage on my team is too low. So without that, it's going to be a major problem. The one good thing we are seeing about Iggy, actually, is that his ultimate has a very fast cooldown. That's pretty cool, actually. And good to know. Oh, I clicked to give grit to somebody. I'm going to give it to Poppy, because I want to make sure that Poppy stays up as best as we can. Although at this point, I think not a single one of these characters actually gives... Yeah. The 3 characters that we have left are all devoid of debuff giving abilities. So, to add grit onto everybody is kind of irrelevant at this point. We just need to take everyone out. Which basically means we're going to be going around and around and around, waiting for Firefighter Ash's turn, since Firefighter Ash is the only character on the team who actually does any damage to speak of. Man. This is tough. The damage on the team is just so low. Okay, that's 2 potential reses from Poppy, where she gets nothing. Whew! The damage output is just so low on this team, man. Look at how much they actually hit for. Less than 1,000, less than 1,000. And then they heal for 2,000 on everyone. Okay, and there we go. So it's literally the only person that we can actually do any damage with is Firefighter Ash. So that is obviously going to be a problem. Major drawback for how this whole team works in general. That combined with the fact that their last ability also seems relatively low. I mean, without the chef in here, the chef seems like the chef would have to be a necessary person on the team in order to keep everybody alive at least. Now this is going to be just I mean, I cannot imagine how we would actually be able to complete this. We'll grab the taunt on Winston just to keep everybody alive as best we can. And let the stacks on Ash build up for a while, because we need Ash to effectively be one-shotting people. Now, we're back to a team that can apply some debuffs. So, I'm going to put Grit on Poppy again to see if I can get her to actually start resisting some effects and grabbing a few more buffs. Grabbing a few more stacks of courage and increasing her defense. Ugh. And Firefighter Ash is gonzo. And Poppy is gonzo. Well, that's gonna be the end of this little trial. Well, it will be interesting to see as we continue to go through this and continue to level up these city characters, how much it'll change all of their damage outputs. And I'll go through and show what my characters are at this point, just so we can see what we're working with in general. So keep in mind, we're fighting against level 50, gear level 6 characters. And the characters that I am using to fight that with were a 6-star Street Sweeper Sal. Everything is level 50, gear level 6, so that's fine. Winston's only at 3 stars, so that's something to take note of. Firefighter Ash at 5 stars, but we saw Firefighter Ash was actually doing a decent amount of damage, so there's that. Poppy's at 6 stars, so she should be doing a bit more. Now, Minor Clay is only at 3 stars, so there is a good chance here that the damage output will increase a bit as we level these people up, specifically from Minor Clay. That's the one that we have to actually keep track of because of Minor Clay's ability to call another character to assist. As we level up Winston, that will obviously get higher, and if we had used the Chef instead of Winston, we would have had an extra heal, we would have had an extra city character, and he hits harder. So I'm going to keep leveling up Winston throughout this event, but as you can see, as far as leveling him, he's at 47. That's almost as high as you can get. He's already at gear level 6, and the only ability that I have on him that is not maxed out, that requires him to be at level 50, is his passive, which would give him an additional 2% damage reduction and an additional chance to gain defense up, but only with other Ghostbuster characters on the team. So I'm not going to be leveling this up on him. I don't think it's necessary to test it, really. But I will be very interested to see what happens when the fire station gets to 4 stars. Because once the fire station gets to 4 stars, then every time someone dies, I get massive buffs. If they had stacks of courage, that is. Which brings us back to the issue of, can they generate enough stacks of courage to make their loss meaningful? Know what I mean? So, I still think that there is a lot of room for testing here, but at the moment, as we've seen previously, we're unimpressed. But Theo, thank you for putting Iggy in there as your guild ally. If you can put him in there basically every time I'm streaming, at least for that amount of time, if you are online, that would be excellent. It will allow me to continue to test it all and continue to see whether or not it'll work. All right. So here we know that we're going to get a taunt from the Yeti right at the beginning. And he's going to be basically the next person to go. So we're going to have to take him out and then try to get to the Yuppie before he can res. There is a good chance that we can do it. Boom. We got it. Yeah, Theo, that'd be awesome. And I'm with you, dude. My figures are not getting a lot of use either. I mean, if you look at the characters that I have that are the most powerful, Either everybody already has them at the same power level, so they don't need to use mine, or there's so many people that are sharing the same person that I'm sharing that it's a little bit irrelevant, right? I mean, the best person to share right now for most people would probably be Scarlet, because the number of people who actually have Scarlet leveled up all the way is still relatively small. But that's what it is. Okay. So, let's go ahead and put all of the people that we need to into excavation. We get attacker, castle, justice heroes all get bonus tags. And we certainly have attackers, don't we? All the people with tags now in. That gives us 673,000 total awesomeness. For tomorrow, my bonuses will be: all heroes gain defense up 1 for 2 turns. Great. All heroes gain 15% max health for the entire battle. That's going to be quite useful. And all heroes gain 2 stacks of heal over time for 3 turns. Excellent. So, what we said before was we're going to come into the arena and actually take a look and see who's at the top. And see if anybody up here is using Garmadon. Okay. I don't see any in the top 5. Shout if I missed something. But I don't see any in the top 5. So let's go see what's in 6 through 10. Man, look at all the teams look exactly the same. There's a meta for you. Wow. I still don't see any Garmadons. Here we go. Number 11 has 2-star Garmadon at gear level 5. And look at that. Look at that ninja team. Dreadful Section Unicorn in Zany Palace Cats. Well, all right. Zany Palace Cats, I mean, whew. Be careful, dude. There's a lot of minifigure Empire people right below you. Who all have pirate teams. It's all pirate teams except for this one Ninjago team, which admittedly, that is a powerhouse of a team. The amount of damage that team deals out is pretty extreme. So that's in the top 15. 16 through 20, no Garmadon. 21 through 25, no Garmadon. 26 is me. 27 and on down. Yeah, I'm only seeing 1 right now. But goes to show that the Garmadon has to be useful enough, because this person, presumably this person has had Garmadon at 2 stars now for a couple of days, right? A few days has been the most that anybody has been able to have him unlocked. And if that's the case, he's been able to keep number 11 or get pushed back only to 11, which is pretty impressive all on its own, really. Let's see what we have, which pirate team we have to fight next. Let's see, we've got this team with the 2 healers and a 7-star Hank. That's a lot of damage to deal with. Number 20 has the 2 tanks. Okay. I think we're actually going to... try and fight number 20. So the issue here with the 2 tanks is staying around all the taunts, right? If you can get Redbeard out, then it's a relatively simple fight, because they only have 1 damage dealer to go. The problem is getting to Redbeard in the first place is going to be incredibly difficult to do. So what we want to do is actually lock... We're going to be using our stun on Valiant to keep him away from doing his thing. And there's too many tanks on the board. Ooh, that dodge off of Argenta's basic right off the bat. That could have single-handedly lost us this entire match before it has even started. That's how big of a deal that is. We're going to put... Okay, so now that everybody's so low, we're actually going to need to... I gotta throw this heal out because I just need to make sure that Redbeard survives. We have their Valiant locked out of using his abilities. That's nice. If we can get their Scarlet down, that will be choice. Boom. Grade A premium meats. Now what we need to focus on is getting to Redbeard. We're not going to be able to because of Valiant's taunt here. We do not want to do AoE damage with our Argenta yet. Huh. Let's see. If I use the heal now versus using the special now, I think I'm going to use the special now on Valiant. Let's see if we can get him out. But anyway, what I was starting to say is I'm not going to use Argenta's cannon because I really want to avoid all of the bonus damage that will come from their Redbeard. Now, their Redbeard is probably going to take out our Valiant. Oh, he did not. Amazing. Still just not using the cannon at all. It's just easier that way. I am actually going to use the Salty Seas now. I am ahead by a whole DPS character, now 2 DPS characters, and that's the end of the match. So, we got kind of lucky there. That first dodge from their Scarlet against our Argenta's opening move, that was huge. But we got lucky because their Redbeard did not counter several attacks in a row. So we got very lucky on that particular RNG element. Otherwise, that just would have been a total loss for us. And there we have it, folks. That is the end of the stream on this rainy Sunday morning in New York. I put it to you to go outside, play with your friends. Unless you're still under quarantine because of COVID, in which case, take that seriously. Because even if it doesn't affect you very much, a lot of other people could get sick. And the faster we stop getting sick, the faster all of us can go outside and play. And I really want to go outside very, very badly. I want to go to the gym again. I want to be able to go see movies and have board game groups with people. And I need everybody to stop being sick before we can do that. So, be safe, be well, enjoy the next few days, and I will see all of you on Wednesday, 9 a.m. New York time, the morning build. Later, everybody.